So this this speed paint / OC explanation video is inspired by this. I'd consider them small, or him small. This YouTuber / artist, speed painter, Oliver's Antics. That is his channel name. He makes OC explanation videos and a bunch of other stuff, like sketchbook tours. So, highly consider you check him out. I think his stuff is really good. And also, I think that 50,000 is too little for someone who does such good stuff. He may not have a lot of videos. I don't think he's been on that long, but still. He needs more than 50,000. So, yeah. Go check him out. Pretty good stuff. Okay, warning. This video involves my OC Fleaf, who has a history of being abused by his father and self-harm. So if you're not comfortable with that, don't watch. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so this image here is Fleaf. And then this one is Fleaf and his boyfriend, who is trans. Okay, very sorry for the beginning part where I was very awkward. I don't script my videos, and I was recording that on Flip-A-Clip and not thinking of what I was going to say. So, anyways, this video is going to have to be really quick, because it's only about 11 minutes or 12 minutes, and there's kind of a lot to his backstory. First off, Fleaf, he has 3 brothers, one of which is a half-brother who he lived with as a child. Fleaf's other brothers, who are fully biological, like same mother and father as him. Fleaf is the oldest out of all of these siblings. He was, I don't remember how old he was. I think he was 7. I don't know, like 7. Flo, the, I guess, middle child. He was maybe 4, so he remembers this, but not very well. And Grass, I know, weird name. He was only 1, so he doesn't remember any of this. Fleaf was taken by his father once his parents split up. His father basically was like, if I can't be with your mother, I'm going to take one of you. So he took Fleaf, the oldest, he took Fleaf and abused him. Also, the half-brother comes along. His name is Bushy. Like bush, like the plant, and then IE. He is a year older than Grass. So Grass is one, clueless about literally everything, and very left out, because he doesn't remember Fleaf and did not grow up with Fleaf. So, yeah, if you have Amino and you're willing to get Kitty Dog Amino, or you already have it, I have started to post a storyline of this that's not explaining it, but it's the story of this all happening. So, Fleaf gets taken away by his father. He doesn't see his brothers until he's like 14, but this is because something happens. Fleaf and Bushy are both kind of abused by their father. Bushy's mother isn't really around, so Bushy lives with Fleaf and their father. And Fleaf and Bushy have their best friend, Kalemian. He is a trans male. They did not know this until Kalemian was like, hey, Fleaf, I'm trans and I like you. And then, yeah, that second image that I showed was the drawing of that happening, the aftermath of that. But, yeah. What am I trying to say? So, after this event, or after, Fleaf and Bushy abused. Fleaf is more abused, and because of this, he feels very self-negative about himself, thinking he's weak because he doesn't stand up to his father, even though he knows that if he stood up to his father, there would be very bad consequences. So he doesn't stand up to his father because he doesn't want to die by the hands of his father, and he knows that that will happen, but he thinks himself as weak because he doesn't stand up for himself. And so self-harm happens. And his half-brother is aware of his self-harm tendencies, so he's like, hey, show me your arms, very, occasionally. And once he shows him, he's like, don't do that, that's not good. I literally could not be alive without you. And, yeah, so basically, Kalemian and Bushy are the two things that are keeping him alive, because he feels like there is no chance of him seeing his two biological brothers ever again. So, this one day, Kalemian comes out to Fleaf and's like, hey, I'm trans, and I also like you. They get in a relationship, but they don't tell Bushy, just because they know that Bushy will tease them, because that's Bushy, he likes to play around, and Bushy and Fleaf go over to Kalemian's house and stay there for a little bit, and then head home. They get home, and Fleaf is immediately swung at, I believe. I don't remember what I wrote in the story, but either he's immediately swung at or his dad talks to him first, but his dad is like, you were over at the gay kid's house again, because his dad is very mean. And Fleaf is like, so what if I was? And don't call him gay, because that's mean. And he's like, what? Sounds like you're gay too. And he's like, and what if I am? And then this is where the bad stuff happens. Basically, Fleaf and Bushy's dad basically, could have murdered Fleaf right then and there, but the neighbors called either it was Bushy or the neighbors that called the police, but I'm guessing it was the neighbors of the house, because, yeah, Bushy runs into his room while his father is beating Fleaf. Fleaf doesn't remember much of this night. He just remembers waking up in a hospital to a somewhat familiar voice. This somewhat familiar voice is Flo. Yeah. He wakes up to his mom, Flo, Grass, Bushy, and Kalemian all around a hospital bed. He is in the hospital bed. He's like, what happened? Why am I here? He's like, Flo, is that you? And then Grass is just sitting over there. It's like, I don't know what's happening. He runs out. Flo chases after him. A bunch of stuff happened. His mom's like, hey, who's this other kid? And who are these other kids? He's like, oh, this is Bushy, our half-brother. Okay. This is Bushy, our half-brother. Then this is when Grass runs out, because this is where he feels even more left out. And then Flo runs after him, and he's like, once they get back, he's like, this is Clemian, my boyfriend. And then I mentioned in the story that Fleaf sees like a flicker in Grass's face, as if it's like a feeling of longing. It's just like, foreshadowing maybe? Yeah, that's all I have so far. I know that I'm gonna end up spoiling stuff that's gonna happen in the future in my story, but what's gonna happen is Fleaf and Bushy are gonna move in with Blossom, the mother, Flo, and Grass. I believe the dad is going to be arrested. And yeah, I'm still developing the story, but this is the one character that I feel comfortable talking about on YouTube. So yeah, the video is gonna end, so bye. Hope you liked it.